Hello everybody and welcome to another trailer breakdown on this channel. We're going to break down the trailer for the story and the engine, which I still think is a terrible name. I'm hoping the episode can sort of make the name seem more appropriate, because I feel like it's very lazy. It sounds quite lazy, and you know what I mean? We could come up with something better, but either way, let's hop into the first trailer, which is obviously at the end of Lucky Day. Let's play it. Let's let it play, and then we'll go through bit by bit and see what we can find.
Lagos, Nigeria.
I've been expecting you.
Wait, you're all missing.
It is always hungry. We must feed it.
Who are you? This is my domain. What the hell is this?
And that's that. So let's break it down step by step. So let's talk you through. So obviously we start off with this. This is Lagos, Nigeria, which Ncuti actually said out of all the places he'd like to take his doctor, it would be Nigeria. So it's good that he finally got to do that. I mean, maybe he said that knowing this episode was coming, but I do think he would have liked to have taken the doctor to Nigeria anyway. So yeah, the opening scene here is in Nigeria. It's a Nigerian street. We'll get onto a clip that we've seen from Unleashed in a minute. Definitely the worst Unleashed clip so far. We've got the doctor. So this bloke here, there's some big theories on this guy that he is called the barber. Now, he is a barber. We know this from what we've seen. But, right, in a lot of BBC press releases for this episode, or Doctor Who press releases for this episode, the name barber is capitalised. Now, barber shouldn't be capitalised, right? Like, you wouldn't say, I'm going to the barbers and capitalise the B in barber. You wouldn't do it. The only reason you capitalise the first letter of a word is typically if it's a name. So people are speculating, right, well, this guy's called the barber. That's not just his title. That's not just his role. He's not just a barber. His name is the barber, and people are saying it's a very Time Lord name. It is a very Time Lord name. That I agree with. Very, very Time Lord. So this guy is the barber. I don't know what he's gonna do. I'm assuming, my theory for this episode is that there's 15 missing people or something like that. There's a load of missing people. This guy gets someone to kidnap them. It's very Sweeney Todd, I feel. I feel like it's going to be a sort of Nigerian Sweeney Todd, where there's this big spider, Anansi, the god of stories, and this guy gets people, takes them off the street, and says he's going to cut their hair or whatever, but feeds them to this god, or lets the god absorb their stories from their head or something, is my guess. But let's just break things down. So we've got the Doctor and Belinda here, and Belinda says, oh, you guys are all missing. So this is when she steps into the barber shop, I'm guessing, and sees all the missing people. So I'm not sure, again, I don't know this, but this is my guess. I got it pretty spot on with Lucky Day last week in the trailer breakdown. So maybe I've got it bang on again, I don't know. Let's give it a bit of volume, a little bit of volume here, let's go.
All missing.
It is always hungry.
Okay, so he says it's always hungry whilst blowing off. So this, my guess here, this is going to be the pre-title sequence. Yeah, that's it. The cold open. This is going to be the cold open. This guy somehow kills someone but then blows the thing off. That's my guess. Blows the hair off the razor or the clipper, whatever it's called. This woman is here.
Who are you? This is my...
So this is the barber, and he looks cool. He looks sick. He looks quite creepy, quite menacing, but I do think he's going to be a good insight, or a good character in this episode, in this universe. Do I hope he's a Time Lord? I don't know. I don't think so. I'd like him just to be... I'd like his name to be the barber and him to be someone cool, but I think if we make him a Time Lord, it's a bit iffy. But then again, Time Lords were about everywhere in the classic era, so who cares? I don't really mind, to be honest. Okay, we've seen this as well. We've seen the Doctor go flying like backwards into space in this episode. Or that might be the Interstellar Song Contest, but it might be this one. I'm not sure, but they all go flying out of the barber shop, which I think we've seen is on the spider's back. More info on the spider, which we'll get to in a second. Yeah, this guy. So people are speculating that this is Anansi, or Anansi, the spider god of Nigerian folklore. It's a big spider god. It's the god of stories, and it makes sense. You know, obviously we're in Nigeria. It makes sense to have a Nigerian god, and I'm all for it. And this is Anansi, I'm pretty sure, who is the spider god. That's what we're guessing, but it might not be true. And that is the barbershop on the back of the spider, I'm pretty sure, unless we're making that up. But that's the trailer. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward trailer, to be honest. There's not too much to deep dive on within the trailer, but through theories on the internet, we've sort of gathered the plot already. I hope there are some surprises along the way, because with Lucky Day, I mentioned this on my podcast I did on Lucky Day with my friend Jack Collins on this channel. I mentioned that I knew the whole plot of Lucky Day. I knew everything that was happening in the episode, from the Conrad twist to the unit hoax to the shriek, everything I knew, and I sort of went into Lucky Day sort of like whatever, because I know everything that's going to happen. So I hope this episode brings a bit more than that, and yet it's my fault, I shouldn't look into it, but I do. My curiosity gets the better of me. Now it's time for the most disappointing 15 seconds of your week. Let's jump into the Doctor Who Unleashed sneak peek for the next episode. If you're new around here, we do this every week, and this is definitely the worst Unleashed trailer. Maybe The Well was quite bad as well, but it's just pointless. This doesn't tell us anything. Basically, if you don't know what Unleashed is, Doctor Who Unleashed is sort of the behind the scenes for Doctor Who. It's the behind the scenes show. It comes out as soon as the episode's finished airing. Now, in here, the whole time the presenter, there's 30 minutes these like behind the scenes. The presenter is a guy called Stefan Powell. Good guy, great guy. And the whole episode, the whole half an hour, right, he goes, stay tuned till the end because we've got a brand new exclusive clip of the brand new episode of Doctor Who. We watch the whole 30-minute episode, and then we get to the final 10 seconds of Unleashed, and this is what they show us. After bigging it up this whole time, kid you not, they spend about a minute building it up throughout this whole episode, and this is what we get.
On the next episode of Doctor Who.
That's it. We waited half an hour for that. The Doctor walking around in the Nigerian village, hugging this girl, hugging this woman and calling her auntie, and that's it. That's it. Cue the credits. Like, it's mental to me how they get away with this. Like, last season, the sneak peeks at the end of Unleashed were really good. They were really good. This year, bloody nothing. Like, there's nothing to break down here. It's just the opening shot. Like, at least they try and fool us a little bit last time, but no, not this year. Anyway, it's the time of the I just bit my tongue. At that time of the week again, where we hop onto the Black Archive, which I can say every week sounds like it's something off the dark web. It's not. It's a Doctor Who trailer or Doctor Who leaked images website. So we've got this, which assuming is the thumbnail of this video. Maybe I've changed it. Don't know. But yeah, we've got the Doctor in his afro, which I love, kicking about. Now this is interesting. This is the spider god of Anansi. Let me just Google Anansi, the spider. Yeah, it is. It has to be. It has to be. It's a Nigerian folklore. A spider with that face, and it has literally got that face on it. Like, it has to be Anansi, which is a bit annoying because I always thought Mrs. Flood would be the god of stories, but I think this guy is instead. That's a really cool picture, by the way. Really cool picture. Anansi, the spider god. Very, very cool. We've got this. I'm assuming these two are related or in a couple, something like that. We got these people all waiting to have a barber. This guy looks a bit like Will.i.am, just a tiny bit. This guy looks cool. He's not the barber. He needs a trim. I'm joking. I actually quite like the afro. People think I've got an afro, but it's just sort of curly hair. It's not really an afro. Anyway, enough attention on me. Yeah, just more of the same, really. Just more of the same images. I'm hoping it's not a static episode like the Robot Revolution, because that was very static. I'm hoping we get fresh. Belinda on her own. This guy, is he going to approach her or something, or we don't know. He's back with a razor. Or is this the barber? Is this the barber? I'm guessing, yeah. I genuinely can't remember. I'm really rubbish with faces. Now, this is the most interesting image, I think. out of all the ones we've seen. This reminds me a lot of Turn Left. At the end of Turn Left, when the Doctor finds out, Bad Wolf, and he runs back to the TARDIS is all red, the cloister bells are going. I hope we get a cloister bell. I love a cloister bell. The cloister bells are going, he's like, it's the end of the universe. We know that Mrs. Flood gets revealed next week, not this episode in the Interstellar Song Contest. We know at the end of the Interstellar Song Contest we find out who she is, which makes me think it's a sort of 3-part finale, a bit like Series 4. In Series 4, when technically Turn Left is part of the finale, but it's not as obvious as like Utopia, so people don't tend to count it as much, and they just count the Stolen Earth and Journey's End as the finale. I think it might be similar like this, and this might be leading into a 3-part finale, is my guess, maybe. But there's theories that are Time Lords in this episode. We've heard that maybe Ruth, the Time Lord, the old Doctor, forgotten her name. God, that's a jump scare. What was her name? Is it Jo Martin? Jo Martin, yes. Sorry, again, really rubbish with names, and I can't lie, I haven't rewatched these episodes because I don't like Chibnall's writing. But this is Jo Martin. If you skip Chibnall like I did first time round, she is the Doctor, pre-Hartnell Doctor. I know they ruined the whole point of the show. Didn't mean to press that. So there's rumours she's in this episode or about this series, but I don't know. Belinda's in a dodgy looking street. Don't know. It's just a lot of this guy cutting people's hair, to be honest. Like, there's not a lot in these leaked images. There's not a lot they're giving us. Maybe, my guess, maybe the Doctor gets abducted as one of these missing people. Maybe that's why he's with all the people. Don't know. We've got this woman again. That's quite cool. Again, like, there's nothing really to go off here. That's all the images. It's quite secretive. There's a lot that we know, or that we guess we know, but there's a lot we definitely don't know. Like the format of the episode, the structure, no clue at all. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode, and if you're excited for it, in the comments below. Please do leave a comment, leave a like as well. It means the absolute world. We're growing at an absolute rapid speed that I cannot even comprehend, so thank you all so much. Help us get 600 subscribers. Drop a like right now, subscribe, and leave a comment. Comment in it helps so much. Just comment what you think if you're excited for this episode, or if you enjoyed the video. Let me know, and I will see you all very, very soon. I'll see you on Saturday for my new episode review of this. So I'll see you then, and then on Sunday for the podcast, Monday for a news video, Tuesday for a theory, blah, 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 whatever. Same sort of format every week. But yeah, love you all. Have a great night's sleep. Well, I'm filming this at night, but you'll see it in the morning. So have a good day at work or whatever, and I'll see you soon. Bye!